Why have I not heard these people before? Like, why? Just why? Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and have a vocal session and explore your voice a little more, then you can find me on www.sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will put the handles in the description and somewhere in the video. I think it's there. So before we start, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed recently and who's been throwing suggestions my way. I've had a great time. It's been really eye-opening. I've heard some fantastic new people. This really isn't my wheelhouse. I am much more kind of tuned to like neo-soul music and stuff like that. So I'm getting suggestions and people are like, how have you not heard of this person? I'm like, I've been living under a rock. But yeah, it's just purely not something that a world that I inhabit. So I'm really enjoying discovering it. So thank you so much to everyone that sent in suggestions. Now, a brief warning, you may hear what sounds like a beast walking through the room. I have got my parents' dogs with me. One's a massive guy called Spencer, and there's a tiny little pig dog called Ruby, both lovely. So if you hear them, that's what that is. I'm not under attack or anything, so don't worry. Today I'm going to be reacting to somebody else that I have never heard. I'm sure you'll all tell me that I've been living under a rock again, because it's true, I do live under a rock. This is a person called Morissette Amon. She is singing a song from The Greatest Showman, which I've seen about 10 minutes of and then stopped watching it because I was busy or something. I can't remember, but I've not seen this film, but I've heard the song about 2 million times. It's called Never Enough. I'm sure she's gonna absolutely smash it because you guys haven't given me a bad suggestion so far. She's doing this live on a radio station, I think, Wish 107.5. So we're just gonna dive right in. Morissette, Morissette, Morissette Amon. Here we go. Funky intro music. Oh, she's sitting down as well. That's unusual.
I'm trying to hold my breath.
Wish 107.5.
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me.
She is feeling this song.
Getting louder now.
That was nice.
Can you hear it echoing?
Ooh,
Take my hand.
that was beautiful.
Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you.
Okay, before we get into the chorus, let's just break some of this down. She is really good. She's got a lovely, deep, kind of dark resonance to her voice. It's beautiful. I mean, I wasn't really expecting it because she just looks like this tiny wee person. But wow. And she was hitting those low notes really nicely. I'm trying to hold my breath. Really nice. I don't know if that's the right words because I've heard this song 2 million times, but I've not learned it. Yeah, she just, this lovely kind of relaxed, deep space that she sits in. It's beautiful. But I know that this song gets really high, so I'm quite interested to hear how her voice changes. All of her like low larynx deep stuff is beautiful, so I'm enjoying it. There's also a lot of kind of breathiness that she does. I can't remember the words. Take my hand, without you. Really nice. Apologies for butchering the words to this song. but I don't know them. Right, let's keep going.
All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough.
Nice.
Never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, and it'll never be enough. Never be enough.
Her voice sounds older than her, like much more mature. Beautiful. Wow. Oh, that was a lovely little whine there. Did you hear that? I'm not going to try and replicate it because it's difficult. So we've just done the chorus. She has brought everything up into this kind of bright space. Her voice is very mature. I've never heard anything else that she's done, but this sounds like somebody about 20 years older than her. It's just got this like it's like a nice kind of aged quality, like a fine wine. Yeah, I was expecting this to be kind of almost kind of bubblegummy, like nice and light and bright, and it's not. It's really kind of rich. Wow, she's fantastic. So when she starts going never, 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 and never enough, never enough, never enough, it's so crystal clear. Now, I don't know how familiar people are with vocal folds. Some people call them vocal cords, but you have got your true vocal cords or folds, and you've also got false vocal folds. Now, to get a really nice clean sound, you need to retract the false vocal folds. They sit over the top, and they can sometimes cause what's called constriction, where everything kind of goes a wee bit like that. So you need to really open up everything in there and retract them, so everything kind of sounds really nice and clear. She clearly has her false vocal folds duct taped to her throat because that's crystal clear sound that she's making. It's beautiful, while still having that kind of richness of tone. Not many people can combine the two. Some people, it sounds kind of almost like cookie cutter singing. You teach people how to get into that place and then they all sound exactly the same. She has got her own thing going for her, and it's beautiful, beautiful. So let's get into the second verse.
Shine with 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands can hold the world, and it'll
nice little growl there.
never be enough, never be enough.
Oh, it's ringing so clear.
For me.
That was oh, beautiful. Right back down. Ooh, nice slide up. Hey.
Wish exclusive
Ooh.
on Wish 1075.
Beautiful. For me. The way she kind of just brought that right back down. For me. Really, really small, tiny little sound after belting this big song out. Wow, Morissette Amon is pretty amazing. One thing I would maybe have done differently is maybe given her like a pop shield for over the mic, because when at the beginning when she was really close to it, it was picking up all of those kind of tiny wee noises, and that just kind of smooths it out. You can also get like mic covers. I think I've got one actually. You can get these as well, so they just go over the top of the mic, and it just kind of filters out some of the nasties. Not like she had any nasties, but it was really raw. But yeah, that mic was crystal clear, so it was picking up absolutely everything. But she's incredible. The way that she managed to sing that song as well while sitting down, I think deserves a little mention, because you know, you would need to kind of engage both those anchors, and you can do it sitting down, but I just feel like you can lean into it a lot more when you're standing. Your whole body's there to support you. She's just doing it kind of chilling in a chair, which is incredible. You know, I think I'd have to be like holding on to something if I was to be belting out something like that. I mean, there's the obvious stuff. So there's the vowel change to make that high note easier to obtain and to make it sound nicer. So for me, for me, for me. So me turns to may, because if you were to bring that E sound all the way up to the top, it would sound really kind of thin and kind of nasty. For me, for me, for me, for me. Just it doesn't lend itself well to the song. So for going for me, for me, for me, just allows you to kind of make that note soar and really carry a lot more kind of depth and resonance to it. So I'm sure that's probably brought up with anyone else that's ever listened to this song. You'll find when you listen to songs and you really hone in on how they're changing vowels and stuff to make it sound a little bit nicer. Yeah, if you just try and say the words out loud, it's quite funny, because they don't sound the same when you speak them, but your mind kind of just fills in the blanks when you hear it in song. You know, for me, you know that's for the words for me. It's not for May as in like the month May, but yeah, your brain just kind of fills it in. So that's one thing to consider when listening to other people, is listen to the vowel sounds and see how they're changing them to make them sound, you know, nicer and more in keeping with the music. I don't know what else to say about this girl other than that she's insanely talented and possessed by the voice of an older person, or maybe she's like, and maybe she's older than I think she is. To me, she looks about like late teens, early 20s, but she sounds like she's kind of got this rich depth of somebody much older. So I don't know, I'm kind of a bit lost for words. So thank you to all the people that suggested her. I'm really glad that I got a chance to listen to it. I've had enough of a break from hearing, never enough to kind of really appreciate it again. So it was nice to kind of revisit that song, and done as well as that was a real treat. So folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, give it a little thumbs up, a wee like, and if you want to see more content from me, then hit subscribe and ring the bell and get all the notifications and all that jazz. If you have any suggestions for other people to listen to, drop them in the comments. I do try and get back to everybody, even just to give it a wee like to say that I've seen their comments. I really enjoy reading them, so keep them coming. And yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep this momentum up. I'm enjoying it. So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and bye.